Welcome back. I didn't expect too much resistance from the Cavaliers and as such decided to sim the next couple of games. We get a bad break, as Oladipo, who led our team in scoring during the season, gets injured for 1 to 2 weeks. We do have 3 guys on the bench capable of sharing those minutes, but his presence is missed as we lose both of the simmed games. Trying to get back to the driver's seat in Game 4 after 3 quarters was still tied. One thing to note was that Berjau was back in the Cavs lineup, which meant the advantage we had with our big men kind of disappeared. Trey Burke had a tough time playing against Irving for the first 3 quarters. Burke is 2 inches shorter than Irving, who had 24 points by the end of the third. But on the flip side, Kyrie had picked up 4 fouls during the game. He played aggressive defense during the game and gets caught reaching for this 5th foul.
That will be foul number 5 on him.
On the inbound, Burke loses Irving and knocks down his second 3-pointer in the quarter.
Burke's got 6 points in the quarter.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting...
Irving wants to answer right back and puts a nice crossover only to meet Vucevic on the rim. On the break the other way, Burke puts in a nice floater.
Now it's a 6-point magic.
That was the confidence booster he needed. He's been scuffling from that free throw line.
Feeds it to Bennett.
Randolph picks up the bad pass for a 10-point lead.
Rapid fire basketball.
Irving gets a screen from Berjau. Irving kicks to Waiters.
Waiters gets us back, but we're still on a nice run. Cleveland decides to press, which proved to be a horrible idea as Burke gets on the break with Irving on his back. Kyrie fouls him and he's out of the game. The game is over now, right?
He has 14 points and the assist numbers tremendous.
Here's hope. And he jams it with authority.
Turns out we let the Cavs hang around, and when you let the opponent hang around, bad things can happen. Despite their press, we don't get an opening for an easy bucket, but instead have Jeffrey setting up the offense.
Defensively ready to react and make a play.
Waiters takes advantage and strips the ball. On the break, we try to stop him, but it results in a clear pass foul. They put in the free throws and are right back in the game. A scramble situation gets Bennett on the line, and it's a 1-possession game. No choice but to run a play for Bryant, who's had a good game as usual. He fights through the contact for an and 1. Definitely the play of the game, and maybe even the whole series.
He does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
Cavaliers need to score quickly to stay alive, but tired Berjau misses this layup, and we go to the free throw game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and polish it off.
We wrap this game up, but not before Karasev shows off his range. Fadeaway 3 with a hand in his face from way downtown. After a flawless disappointing performance in the first games, we decide to put Harris on the starting lineup, and it works for the next simulated game. Leading 3-2, we go into Game 6 to finish them off. For some reason the audio from this game's footage is missing, so we're just going to have to do without. The game was fairly tight until the third quarter. At this point the Cavs' shot selection started to deteriorate, as did their free throw numbers. They did manage to pinpoint that Bryant should be denied the ball, but Bennett just isn't good enough to keep Harris from scoring. Turnovers weren't a huge issue for the Cavs, but they had trouble getting back on defense anytime their possession ended. Our slowest player beats them down the court to get his fast break dunk. We were even helping them score during the run, as Vucevic scoops the block into his own net. Not particularly exciting offense, but the Cavs had trouble in the paint all night long. Their defense seemed to be always scrambling. Here they only get 4 guys back at all, and that gives us a chance to get an open shot and the subsequent rebound. Bryant shows us what he can do, although putting your foot on the opposing player's head is usually worth a technical at least. Open threes can kill you fast, especially if the shots you take on the other end are like these. If you don't stay with your assignments, you're in for a long night. The Cavs are in desperation mode. The same continued in the fourth. They kept taking bad shots, which gave us quick shots, mismatches and offensive rebounds. That's the end of the Cavs season as we continue to the second round to face the Miami Heat. In our alternate universe, the Big Three stayed together in Miami, so this could get interesting. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.